Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars Dad Nooch Too Good, in our continuing series of ultimate farming guides for each galactic legend. Today we look at your pal and mine, Leia Organa, our first crush. My first crush, anyway. All right, so we're going to look at her requirements, the difficulty of those requirements. We'll talk about mods. We'll talk about some teams that go along with Leia and give our general thoughts here. So let's talk about the overall farming for Galactic Legend Leia, and believe it or not, it's really not all that difficult, and the total number of Chirotechs you're going to need are not going to be low, but they're going to be less than a lot of other Galactic Legends, less than Lord Vader, less than Jabba, less than Jedi Master Luke, so you're going to need less Chirotechs than you need for a lot of other Galactic Legends along the way. And as far as farming requirements, there's only, if I recall right, I'm looking at it here, there's only really one journey in here. Well, I guess R2-D2 is technically a journey, but it's one of the easiest in the game. You're looking at Commander Luke Skywalker down here. So the rest of these characters, other than Commander Luke Skywalker, are just characters that you farm. You farm by some method in the game other than R2-D2 and Commander Luke Skywalker. So really, relatively speaking, a pretty easy farm for Galactic Legend Leia in the game. Now, when we say that the farming requirements are very easy or relatively easy, we do need to keep in mind that there are 6 Relic 7s and 1 Relic 8 required for Leia Organa. That pales in comparison to what we got right now for Ahsoka, with already 2 Relic 9s or 3, I don't know, 2 Relic 9s and 2 8s. Anyway, crazy stuff on the new Galactic Legends, but honestly, overall, Leia Organa, especially if you've already farmed Commander Luke Skywalker, is not that hard of a journey, not that difficult to get her up and running. And there are some bundles that really go along with this well. The Shadows of the Empire bundle, if you purchase that. The C-3PO bundle is going to be huge for you in farming Leia Organa as well. Now let's go look at some other teams. So basically, it's pretty easy, relatively speaking. Not all that challenging to get these requirements done. Just some of the relic levels are big requirements. Now let's go look at some teams that might work well with Leia Organa. As you farm her up and you get her ready to go, what are some squads that you can put together for the farm? And the first one to look at here is, of course, Lobot with Chopper, R2, Chupio, and 3PO. Gotcha! Haha! Roasted. No, don't do this. Don't do this. I have used. I did at one point use a really funky Lobot squad with some droids in there. I think I was like, I don't know, but I threw in some extra droids. We did a cleanup on something at some point of my life. I don't remember what that was. Don't do this. This is not a good idea. I'm not recommending this. That was a meme team to throw out there. Oh, the memes. Oh, CLS. Of course, you're gonna farm the CLS team. You've already got CLS farm, most likely on your roster. Even if you don't have CLS upgraded, you probably have him farmed. You probably also have Han Solo farmed. You probably are ready for Chewbacca. It's the Chupio farm and 3PO that'll catch some people off guard. But this, of course, is a great team. Starting to fade a little bit from the end game, but still, it just does so many things for you in the game, all the way up to the very late stages and the end game as well, but maybe not the end game, I don't know. So CLS is such a great team, does so many good things for you. I can't recommend this team highly enough. And of course, you're going to farm the requirements, CLS, Chupio, and I think it's just CLS and Chupio that are required, but, you know, 3PO hot, you're going to get these guys along. You're going to get 3 Ewoks anyway, so go get yourself a 3PO. You're going to have bounty hunters. I mean, this is a very easy team to get, and it makes a lot of sense on your roster. The Phoenix. Now, the only character you're going to farm is Captain Rex for Galactic Legend Leia Organa. But Captain Rex is the only character that really makes this team work. Like, I mean, Hera's lead, sharing the uniques, I get it. But Captain Rex, a Phoenix team without Captain Rex is like chocolate pie without Cool Whip, or Cool Whip. That's not a good analogy. A Phoenix team without Captain Rex is like eating an orange with the rind on. There you go. I like that one. Picture that. If you want to use the Phoenix, you have to farm Captain Rex. If you want to eat an orange, you got to take the rind off. It's just how it works. So Captain Rex, because you're farming it for Galactic Legend Leia Organa, and because you probably have already got a Phoenix team or it was given to you in great measure from the early game and or the Hyperdrive bundle, you might as well get your Phoenix team up and running, or Shadows of the Empire bundle. You've already got them all at Relic 3. Get your Phoenix team up and running with Captain Rex, because he makes this team really hum, and they are completely useless without him on the team. I did a little weird thing here. So when I was farming Leia Organa, she was actually my first Galactic Legend on my Nooch 2 Lightspeed account. So I had Boosh Leia in here without Jabba for a while. It was a good 6 months where I had Boosh Leia. And I had a lot of fun with her, with her leader ability, which is good for bounty hunter allies and dispelling all debuffs. But there was something else in here for Boosh Leia on a light side team. Let's see here. Where was it? No, it's her unique. Boosh and light side smuggler allies gain 5% armor penetration, 15% offense, 10% potency, and 10 speed. If the ally in the leader slot is Hut Cartel, Boosh and Lightspeed Smuggler allies are immune to ability block and stun, and these bonuses are doubled. Light side Smuggler allies gain 20% critical chance. So I put together this light side Smuggler. Is we got a Smuggler? Well, he's not a Smuggler, actually. She is a Smuggler. So Emphas Nest is a Smuggler. So I was able to do some pretty good things. I wouldn't say like amazing world-ending things, but this team, if you put some light side smugglers, let's look at those light side smugglers along the way. The light side smuggler friends we made along the way: Dash, Rendar, of course, Skiffguard Lando, who you'll also farm for Jabba eventually, L3, young Lando, the vets there. So there are light side smugglers. You could put like if you got Hondo on there, Hondo and Naga could be really interesting on this team. So light side smugglers fit really well with a Boosh Leia lead and or her just being on the team. Maybe you put Bam as the lead. There's some options here, but I did a lot of fun things with Boosh Leia without even having Jabba unlocked. Of course, you're going to be unlocking Scout Trooper here for Leia Organa, and Scout Trooper, she fits really well into this Veers Trooper team or any Imperial Trooper team you're going to have. Of course, she's also an Imperial Remnant. I just erased her there. Let's reload that. She's also an Imperial Remnant. I do find it, I just always find it weird saying she when in the movie, the only voice you hear is a man's voice going, "Ah!" Anyway, it's always been very weird for me, but Scout Trooper fits really well in this team, does a lot of good stuff here. Also fits into an Imperial Remnant team. If you look at the Imperial Remnants, of course, if you got Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, if you got Moff Gideon out there, your new Night Sister Troopers are Imperial Remnant. So a lot of Imperial Remnant options out there for Scout Trooper as well. But if you're looking for someone to help you out with assault battles, Scout Trooper fits right in there into a Veers Trooper team. She can even go into, could even fit onto an Iden Trooper team as well, because, you know, she's not a droid or a leader. Hey, let's look at our Ewoks along the way. If you bought the 3PO bundle, you'll have all these guys relic. I'm not saying these guys are exciting. I'm not saying they're super interesting, but they can go in and clean up some stuff for you along the way, especially if you're in Grand Arena and you manage to take out, or Territory Wars, I guess, and you've managed to eliminate the leader on the other side. Ewoks can do some nice things without some of those leader abilities. Really just cut them off at the knees, making the Ewoks even shorter than normal. But if you're looking to do some stuff with Ewoks, you can use them as a cleanup squad out there. I'm not really excited about them. Princess Nisa does elevate the Ewoks tremendously, like a lot, which says a lot for how bad they are in general. And actually, Princess Nisa is going to make that 3PO event for you a lot easier. We're going to be testing that out. We're going to be min-maxing that on my Nooch Vader account here pretty soon. At the end of the day, you're going to farm a bunch of requirements for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker on your way to Leia Organa. You're farming CLS. You're farming, not Chupio, but you're farming Captain Han Solo, Rebel Officer Leia Organa. You probably already have Darth Vader on your squad. You probably already got a Wampa on your squad. If you're looking to get toward a character, this is what I did on this account. I farmed Galactic Legend Leia, I finished up my Phoenix, and I went and got myself Jedi Knight Luke. With Jedi Knight Luke, a lot of things open up to you in this game, including Jabba the Hutt, including Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, including Tier 3 of the Ground War Assault Battle. Jedi Knight Luke is an important and integral component of many things, many farms, and many activities in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So Jedi Knight Luke, while you don't get all the requirements for him on this farm, you'll get a bunch of the requirements. I think Lando's actually a requirement for Leia as well, and he's a requirement. Let me go look back at that. I'm pretty sure Lando's a requirement. There he is, Lando Calrissian, Relic 5. Yeah, a lot of requirements for Jedi Knight Luke are going to be inside this Leia Organa, and it's part of the reason why we look at the Skywalker Triangle, or five-way farming, as I call it in the game, where you're farming Leia, Luke, and Jabba, Profundity Executor. It all rolls into each other one way or another. So that's the teams that go along with that, along with your Leia Organa farm. As far as mods, what you're going to be looking at here, let me get out of here and go back to my characters. Mods, I'm going to cover 3 characters on my mods. We covered, you know, we got videos out there for CLS mods and everything else. The main 3 characters I'm going to cover with my mods are going to be Leia Organa herself, and she's looking at speed and health mods. She's got a lot of stuff in her kit. You can get it if you have a nice health arrow here with a lot of speed. That'd be a nice thing to put. Speed and health mods. There's stuff in her kit on her leader ability. They all gain health. When tank attack allies attack on a turn, they deal bonus damage based on their health. R2 gets a bunch of extra health. There's something else with it's this Rebel Ambush. Rebel Ambush, she deals bonus true damage equal to 10% of her health. So as much health as you can get on Leia is a good thing. Plus she gets a lot of bonus protection on her, which is based on her max health. So you want her with as much max health as possible and as much speed as possible on Leia Organa. The other character we're going to look at is R2-D2. The best ways to mod R2-D2 now are going to be for offense. I've had him with crit damage. A lot of people have him just with a bunch of health here because he gets 75% extra health from Leia Organa. So you get some more health on him, 75% extra health from her. Then bam, R2 is just a big healthy monster beast out there. But I've got him with crit damage. I just got him with a full offense set here. For me, he does a lot of damage. And yeah, but you can sub in a bunch of health for him as well. And the other one we look at, this is kind of the triumvirate for Leia Organa here. We're going to look at Drogon. So Drogon, whatever teams you put together with Leia Organa, it's always going to start with Leia Organa, R2-D2, and Drogon. Then you're kind of just plugging in a couple other rebels. You can plug in a couple other rebel tanks, put Captain Han Solo on the team. If it's in an event, you can use Chewbacca, maybe Chewpio, you know, but you're just going to plug a couple of the rebels. People do choose ally or rebel tanks since they do extra damage based on their max health. But Drogon is going to be just a straight offense and crit damage kind of guy. I don't have great mods on him here for speed. You could use some more speed on him, but and of course health, because she gives all the extra health here. I need to enhance that, but it's not a very good mod. I don't want to click this button and enhance a not very good mod, especially while I'm talking to you guys, because that's a bad example for your dad to set for you, like I already did here for this one. Anyway, crit damage, offense, that's what you want on Captain Drogon, and your circle is going to be for health because of all the extra health that goes along with it. My general thoughts on Leia Organa today, I love her. I love this farm. I originally thought I carried with me for, once she came out, I carried with me for about half a year, maybe longer, that she was going to be the new first Galactic Legend to farm. And then I realized that Smuggler's Run 2 exists, and a lot of the farming for Jabba is very similar to this farming. And as a result, I leaned more toward Jabba as a first farm, or Jedi Master Luke, because he's so easy to get. Jedi Knight Luke, by the way, just once you get Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke is just so easy to finish off. But, you know, Jabba and Jedi Master Luke, because for those 2 reasons, because they're easy to finish when you get Jedi Knight Luke, and because Jabba gives you Smuggler's Run 2 3 times a month, enhancing your mod score greatly. I lean more toward those farms now, but this is an easier farm than both of those. This is a more accessible farm than either Jabba or Jedi Master Luke for your roster. So as I look at this, I still don't think Galactic Legend Leia is a bad way to go in the game if you're going to make her your first farm. She's still very relevant in Grand Arena on defense. I really put her on defense, and people still struggle with Leia to this day. I don't know why, because Darth Bane just wipes her out, but people don't use Darth Bane, I guess. If you give them somebody else they gotta use Darth Bane against, they gotta make choices. But Galactic Legend Leia Organa, I really, really like as an early Galactic Legend farm. I like her as part of that 5-way farming with Jabba, Luke, Leia, Profundity Executor. I just kind of think that Jabba should be everybody's first Galactic Legend, or earliest if you can get there, to get all the mod material that you get from Jabba. But I love this farm. That's my general thoughts and farming guide, ultimate farming guide for Galactic Legend Leia Organa. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Hopefully this helps you out. I hope you all have a great day. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good.